Hello, everyone. I'm Gilberto Queiroz. I work at the Brazilian National Institute for Space Research, INPE. Currently, I am one of the leaders of the Brazil DataCube project, and on behalf of the Brazil DataCube team, I will present a case study that demonstrates the generation of land use and land cover maps over the Cerrado biome using Earth observation data cubes, machine learning, and time series analysis. This study case has been prepared in a joint collaboration with the GEO Knowledge Hub team. In this picture, we can see that anthropic activities modify the natural environment, and one way to quantify these changes is through land use and land cover maps. With the help of these maps, it is possible, for example, to estimate greenhouse gas emissions arise from land use and land cover change, identify areas of agriculture expansion, or monitoring deforestation. The application that we are going to show today was developed in the context of the Brazil DataCube project that is part of the technological innovation to improve the environmental monitoring carried out by INPE. We have four main goals. The first one is the creation of analysis-ready data from medium resolution images covering the entire Brazilian territory. The second one is to produce what is called multidimensional data cubes based on analysis-ready data. These data products are organized in a way that it is easier to build applications to deal with time series analysis. We also have developed some technologies for big Earth observation data, machine learning, time series analysis. And finally, the project has also a component that deals with the creation of land use and land cover maps using the methods and technologies developed in the project. We are sharing through the GEO Knowledge Hub all the components necessary to reproduce the land use and land cover maps described in our last research paper entitled Earth Observation Data Cubes for Brazil, Requirements, Methodology, and Products. So we structured the data, the code, the computational environment, and the results, along with an extensive documentation on how to reproduce these maps. The application that we are sharing through the GEO Knowledge Hub was developed in a study area located in the west of the Bahia state in Brazil. This area is in the Cerrado biome in an agriculture frontier area. In this study, we collected 922 sample points to training a machine learning model. This was done using high-resolution images by remote sensing experts. These samples correspond to the crop calendar year of 2018 to 2019. The classes collected were crop, natural vegetation, and pasture. This diagram summarizes the method used in our work. We start from the Earth observation data cubes, where we extract the time series of a given pixel. For this application, we used 3 different data cubes with images from CIRRUS-4, Landsat 8, and Sentinel-2. These cubes are monthly composites using a best pixel algorithm. So this produces 12 observations in the year from the whole series available. For each sample point, we extracted the time series, which was used to train a multi-layer perceptrons machine learning model. Once the model is trained, it is possible to classify the entire data cube. So the output of the classifier are the probabilities of a given pixel to belong to each of the 3 classes, crop, natural vegetation, or pasture. And performing this procedure for all pixels in the data cube, we obtain a probability raster. With this probability raster, we applied a spatial model that homogenizes the map areas using Bayesian inference from the information given by the neighborhood of the pixels. Finally, the land use map is obtained by taking the most likely class. The main technology behind the creation of the maps is an open source R package named SITS. The SITS package is designed to work with satellite image time series and to support most steps of the land use and land cover classification workflow, including sample evaluation, machine learning classification, and map post-processing. This package brings together a set of tools for time series analysis and visualization, such as self-organized map clustering and time series filtering. In this picture, we can see how SITS classifies a long time series. It breaks the long time series into smaller ones at periods given by the samples used for training and classifies them using a trained machine learning classification model. The SITS package currently works for Brazil Data Cube in Amazon Web Services environments, and we are developing support for the Open Forest SEPAL platform, the Microsoft Azure, and the Digital Earth Africa. So the team prepared this application in the Knowledge Hub, and as soon as the user finds it in the Knowledge Hub, he or she will have access to the knowledge package, to a knowledge package that is the main try point for all the resources linked in the application. The landing page for the application contains a detailed guide about all the resources available and how the user can have access to them. For example, if the user is interested in the sample set using the research, he or she will have a specific resource with an in-depth description of the set with links to access the samples, the description of its structure, and additional information like a plot of the time series associated to the locations in order to give an idea of the spectral-temporal signature of the set. Another resource that our team has prepared is a sandbox with the computing environment used in the article. This environment is based on the Jupyter technology and contains all the code needed to create the maps. As soon as the user has access to the computing environment with the SITS package already installed, he or she can browse the files and access the set of Jupyter notebooks with the research pipeline. Jupyter notebooks are documents that allow embedding computational narratives that mix code and other results from research through an interactive computational environment. The shared compendium contains a main document with a summary to the other notebooks that explain the computational pipeline to create the maps. So these notebooks contain code and explanation from the time series extraction to the sample point locations, to the preparation of the machine learning model, the classification, post-processing, and validation of the maps. To make the computing environment used in the article available to everyone, we also provide a Docker image without external dependencies. These Docker images represent a bundle with the entire computing environment needed to run the scripts and to produce the maps. As a concluding remarks, it was a great experience for the team to prepare this knowledge package. We hope to increase the research impact and collaboration network as we share our knowledge in a way that others can quickly learn and try to replicate it for their own needs. The Brazil Data Cube team is constantly improving the methodology behind the creation of the land use and land cover maps, and it is underway the generation of the land use and land cover maps for the whole Cerrado and Amazonia biomes using more classes than the one presented today. All the technologies are available as free and open source software on GitHub. The main technology behind the classification, the SITS-R package, works with data from the Brazil Data Cube or the Amazon Web Services. We are in the road to support SEPAL, the Microsoft Azure, and Digital Earth Africa. And the potential users of this application range from environmental public agents, policymakers, and researchers. Né? In the name of the Brazil DataCube team, I would like to thank the GEO Secretariat for the invitation to participate in this initiative with the GeoKnowledge Hub. Many thanks to all the Brazil DataCube team for their support on the preparation of this knowledge package. And finally, many thanks for your attention, and I hope we could discuss more about the GeoKnowledge Hub and the Brazil DataCube applications.